Hey guys, this is Larry with the BulkLoads podcast. If you don't know me, I am the CEO of Bulk Insurance Group. One thing I want to clarify real quick. So Bulk Insurance Group, we are BulkLoads. So we're not sending you to a different company. We are all in the same office. We are BulkLoads. So that's something I wanted to clarify. I am riding solo today. No Jared, no Jeff, just me. So come with me on this journey today. I'm going to be discussing where we're at in the insurance marketplace. A lot of you guys are coming up on your insurance renewal here at the end of the year. What does that mean? What should you expect? What's going on with the market? We're going to get into all that. First, before we get into it, I just wanted to say, something that's been on my mind. It seems like a lot of insurance companies name their agency after themselves. I can name not one, not two, not three, but 4 insurance agencies just here in Springfield, Missouri, where the name of the agency is the name of the owner. Not a bad thing. Okay, that's fine. There's a purpose behind our name, Bulk Insurance Group. We purposely did not name it after ourselves. We didn't name it, Flynn's Insurance Agency after Jared. No, we named it Bulk Insurance Group because we specialize in bulk freight. We love the bulk freight market. We understand the bulk freight industry. I say this all the time, but with the load board and bulk loads and smart freight funding, we literally know every bulk freight rate that goes through our platform. We understand where loads are hot in the country and where they're not. And so that's kind of the insight that we're able to give to our clients. It's something that we pride ourselves in. I dog on other insurance agencies occasionally who write truck insurance that don't know anything about transportation, logistics, or the freight market. That's not us. Our name was purposeful because we're aligned in the bulk trucking space. We are BulkLoads. So anyways, that's just a fun little intro. I'm going to get into it. Something that we're hearing this question all the time. Hey, what should I be expecting on my insurance renewal? And so I'm going to give you some insight into what's kind of happening in the marketplace. If you don't know, this is a good time to be checking your policy towards the end of the year. Maybe you just renewed. That's fine. Always a good reminder once a quarter to look at your vehicle, your equipment list, and your policy to make sure that it's accurate. So let's hop into it. I got a call last week from one of my clients that, hey, Larry, what's going on my renewal? It comes up on January 1. We're in November. Where are we at with it? So here's some insight as well. Typically underwriters won't release insurance terms, whether new business or renewal, until about 30 to 15 days before the renewal period. Now, that is not unique to the broker that you're with. That is the industry standard. And there's a variety of reasons for that. But more than anything, we're in a hard market. And what that means is insurance companies are paying more in claims than they're collecting in premium. What does that do? Well, obviously that causes rates to go up, right? And so that's what they're trying to attempt to do. So in a hard market, what happens? Well, all these underwriters, there's sometimes a misconception that all these brokers have different markets. Sometimes that is true. But other times it is not. At Bulk Insurance Group, we have 2 exclusive markets that most agencies don't have unless they specialize in trucking. But for the most part, insurance brokers are going to have about the same access as other large brokers. Now, if you're with a hometown agent, they probably maybe only have Progressive and one other market. But if you're with a large trucking insurance agency, for the most part, we all have access to the same markets. And so what happens is there is this conception that I need to go shop my insurance. So I'm going to send it to 3 different brokers. Well, they end up fighting for all the same markets. And so that's where you hear the term agent of record letter come into play. A lot of times, agents will fight for markets and try to be the first one to the marketplace. It's something that I personally actually don't like about our market or about our industry because it can really convolute the quality of the submission. And so agents will just try to get the most data they can, and then they'll just send it to the markets without giving an accurate depiction of what the insured is actually doing. So when that happens, like it has, these underwriters are flooded with submissions. So they may have, I talked to one of my my underwriters last week who just in November had 500 new submissions that they have to sort through. That's a lot of submissions. They only have 4 trucking underwriters. So they have to sort through 500, find the risks that they think fit their appetite, and then quote them. So that is a huge undertaking for any insurance agency. So how we go about that scenario is we give really high quality submissions to our markets. So we give them the full scope of what you're doing. We love when it's a BulkLoads client or a Smart Freight client who we have a long history with, and we're able to have the opportunity to quote their insurance. We put a full narrative together of the lanes that you run, the quality of risks that you've been. We understand that most bulk truckers are regional. Other large insurance agencies that deal a lot in the general freight and the flatbed space, they deal with a lot more over the road, over 500 miles. For the most part, our insurance markets are dedicated to that 500-mile radius because we understand that the majority of time in bulk trucking, you'll be in a shorter radius or a more dedicated radius, generally under 500 miles. And so we love when we have BulkLoads clients come in because we're able to tell that story to really high level. So when that underwriter has to choose, am I going to work on this account for Bulk Insurance Group? Yeah, I think I will. They give me a lot of high quality submissions. They let me understand the risk at a really high level, and they write a lot of business with us. So that's a competitive advantage that we have in a hard market, is making sure that the underwriters have quality information regarding your operation. So we want our submissions to be at the top of the stack. When our underwriter partners see a submission income from us, to them from us, we love when it goes to the top of their list and they give us the attention and the adequate pricing that we need to win your business. The other thing I'll say is there's a huge misconception that shopping your insurance every year with multiple agents is the right practice. I can tell you with confidence that shopping it every year with different agents, all going to the same markets and fighting each other for agent of record letters, is not the best practice. I've done this many, many times, and what I've come to understand, and this is coming straight from my underwriters, is when an insured markets their account, meaning they shop it every single year, and the same markets look at the risk, it gives them less of an incentive to work on that account because they may have already seen it the last 3 years and never written it. So they assume that because it's coming in on the 4th time, that their current agent is just trying to block the markets for other agents with no real incentive to move it away from the current market. My advice in this scenario, and this is something that as you reevaluate your strategy on insurance, choose the broker first. Choose the broker first. It's not that complicated, but the industry has gotten so competitive and so ugly that you'll have multiple brokers tell you wrong information just looking for an opportunity to quote your business. That's not the way we do business here. We're always going to ask for you to choose us to be your broker first. We believe that we represent you to the bulk insurance market better than other agents can. Are we always going to be the lowest option? No, we're not. Unfortunately, if we were, we would not do very well with our underwriting partners. So we don't always look to compete on price. Now, obviously, is price important? Absolutely. I tell my underwriters all the time, listen, I like presenting the Cadillac of coverages. When there's a claim and my insured calls me, I want to be able to rest in confidence that we didn't cut any corners just to get $1,000 cheaper. Now, sometimes maybe it is a price play. Maybe it's just about who can provide the cheapest price. I'm here to tell you, in this hard market, that's tough to do. You're better off aligning with an agent that understands your business at a high level and can communicate the value of an underwriter insuring your business. And so that's what we look to do. Now, I know that's not earth shattering by any means, but I think it's important because I think our industry has gotten convoluted with bad actors of insurance agents that want to write truck insurance because of high premiums and not because they understand or are passionate about the industry. So we strive to do the exact opposite of that. For instance, next year, I'm only taking on 10 more clients. And it's not because of anything that anyone said or done. It's simply because I want to work with high quality clients that trust me to represent them to the marketplace. And so it's a strategy. It goes against what the market does. The market, all these agents, I'm sure if you're close to your renewal, you're already getting calls. And you're going to hear pitches of, oh, I know your industry really well. I looked at your CAB report. And that's all fine. And maybe your agent is a really high quality agent. That's great for you. I mean, yeah, hats off to you if that's the case. That's what you want. That's what we want for our BulkLoads clients, for our smart freight funding clients. But I can tell you the relationship with the agent is very important in a hard market. That's the difference between an agent that can get a deal done or an agent that just hands you a renewal and says, here's 25% increase. So hard markets are extremely difficult to navigate. There's a few things that you can control, but some of it you can't control. Control what you can control. Overall, the industry, the truck insurance industry as a whole, has been in a negative loss ratio for the last 4 years. What does that mean? There's not a lot of truck insurance companies as it stands today, and the ones that do write truck insurance have not turned a profit. And that is why you can see the continual increase of renewal rates year after year over the last 5 years. So don't be surprised when your agent calls you this year and says, hey, your insurance is up 10 to 15%. I think on average right now, where it sits with us, most of our insureds were expecting anywhere from a 5 to 10% increase. Now, I hate delivering that conversation. That's not fun for me. It's not fun for anyone at Bulk Insurance saying, hey, your insurance is going up this year. But it's necessary to make sure that you're staying educated and that you understand what's going on in the marketplace. So on average right now, there's a lot of factors, but on average, a good risk is seeing 5 to 10% at renewal. That's just an average. There's going to be scenarios. I mean, we've saved our clients a combined $500,000 over the last 18 months. So maybe you get a big decrease this year, but that's the rarity. You need to understand that as a market whole, truck insurance is very hard. And so we want to make sure that you understand this message. And really just for your own benefit, right? You want to be able to budget. I know for me, I'm looking into fourth quarter. I'm looking January 1st really isn't that far away. We want to make sure that our budget is accurate, that we understand what insurance is going to cost us. Where does it factor in? Maybe there's some really bad drivers that I have on my record that have poor MVRs that I need to remove. We had a scenario this week where one of our clients got the renewal from Progressive and it went up $100,000. Well, we were shaking our boots. What is going on here? This can't be right. What we found out is they had one driver that was causing the whole increase. And so we were able to actually save them about $30,000 on the renewal, but they had to get rid of the bad driver, right? So my message is I really just want to convey, control what you can control. Driver quality is something that in this hard market, if you have to choose between adding a poor quality driver and your insurance renewal, I don't know. You'll have to make that choice. But I think you need to be aware of the factors. So driver quality is one. This isn't the early 2000s anymore, as much as I hate to admit it. Underwriters have access to all of your information, your DOT scores. Every violation, every stop is measured. All of that access underwriters look at when they're evaluating your risk. So in a hard market, it's important to review your CAB report. I do free CAB reports for all my clients. If you watch this and you're like, hey, I don't even know. I don't know what my CAB report is. I've not talked about it. My agent's never brought it up. Shoot me a message. You shoot me a message and just say, hey, Larry, I need to know what my CAB score is. Man, I would be happy to deliver that for you. It's not a big ask. It's an easy ask. So driver quality, CAB report, those are two of the main factors. The other thing that I want to bring up here is making sure your limits on your values are accurate. What we've seen with the inflation of trucks and trailers, we've seen that values when you bought a truck or trailer from 2020 to 2023 might be very, very inflated. Meaning you may have a truck valued at $100,000 that you bought back in 2020. Insurance companies, the way stated value works, insurance companies pay the stated value up to the stated value. They'll never pay over the stated value. But if they can replace that exact same year, make, model, like kind vehicle for $50,000 instead of $100,000, legally in that insurance contract, they can do so. That's called replacement cost. They replaced it to like kind and like value. You need to make sure you're reviewing your values and that you have a firm and clear understanding of what the insurance company is going to pay out based on your stated value. Again, hard market. What can we control? Let's control what we can control and then get with an agent that understands how to navigate the truck insurance carriers. The days of price decreases are gone unless there's a very viable circumstance. On average, you should be budgeting 5 to 10% at your insurance renewal. Now, that's not to say you may get a big fat decrease by moving companies. That also happens, and that's also viable. You want to make sure that you have the trust in your agent that they're going to give you the best option. That's very important. So I'll leave you with this. Just to recap, your name's important. Our name is Bulk Insurance Group, BulkLoads Insurance, for a reason. We love the bulk freight market. We are specialists in the bulk freight market, and we look to serve our bulk freight clients. The other thing is hard market. On average, you should be budgeting 5 to 10% increase at your renewal. It's never too early to start reviewing your stated values and having conversations with your agent. If you guys have any questions of anything that we talked about, for us, this is about servanthood. We love serving our BulkLoads clients. We love serving our Smart Freight clients. Feel free to reach out to us anytime. I don't have to be your agent. That's fine. Maybe you love your agent. If you have questions, I will answer them. So you can get my email. A lot of you already have it, but it's larry@bulkinsurancegroup.com. If you have any questions or just general ideas that you'd like to see us attack on your behalf, we'd love to do so. So again, thanks guys for tuning in. If you have any other questions about a hard market, we have lots of agents here that would love to help you. It's something that we're navigating on behalf of our clients. And again, we're here to serve. Thanks guys.